Hi guys, it's Tiki, and today I'm going to go over some of the basic exponent rules you need to know for the SAT. I'm not really going to go into why we have to do these, but I'm just going to show you the trick straight up just so you can just apply it on the SAT. If you do want to learn more about the why, I'll have that linked in the description below. So first we have multiplication with exponents. So say I'm doing a squared times a squared. We just add the exponents on the top. So we'll do a squared times a squared is equal to a to the power of 2 plus 2. So the two exponents added up. And that's a to the fourth. Let's try our own example. So we have x to the third times x to the first. So we just added up x to the 3 plus 1 equals x to the fourth. Next we have division with exponents. If you do division, you just do the opposite. You just subtract them. So if you have a to the third over a to the second, you just do 3 minus 2, or the top minus the bottom. You get a to the first. Let's try with another example here. We have y to the 4 over y to the third. We just do y over 4. We just do y to the fourth minus 3, which is equal to y to the first. Next we have powers of the powers. So if we have a to the third to the second, all we do is multiply it. So we do 3 times 2. So we take a to the third and we multiply it by 2 in the exponent and we get a to the sixth. Take x to the second and we put it to the fourth power, we do x to the 2 times 4 or x to the eighth. Here's our next set of rules. To start, anything to the 0 power is just 1. So a to the 0 is equal to 1, and x to the 0 is equal to 1. 1 to the 0 is equal to 1, 2 to the 0 is equal to 1. Anything to the 0th power is equal to 1. After that, we have to do fractional exponents. So when the exponent is a fraction, what do? If x is to the 1/3, you take the denominator and put it on the outside of the root. You take the numerator, or the 1, and you put it on the inside. So it's x to the first power is on the inside, and on the outside you have the cube root. So let's try another example on the right side. We have 2 on the bottom, so we make it a square root. And we have 3 on the top, so we take a and we cube it. So it's simply the square root of a cubed. Next we have negative exponents. So what happens when x is to the negative 1 and the negative 2? All you do is flip it. So pretend that x to the negative 1 is just written as x to the negative 1 over 1. All we do is we move to the x to the bottom. We have x to the negative 1 is equal to 1 over x to the first power. Let's do it on the right side. We have 1 over a to the negative second power. So all we do is take a to the negative second and we put it on the top. So we get a to the second power. The last two examples we're going to look at are what happens when you put a fraction to an exponential value and what happens when you put two variables to an exponent value. So we have x over y to the second power. All you do is distribute it to the top and the bottom. So we do x squared. So we do x squared over y squared. And we have an example on the right side, which is x over y cubed. So all we do is we distribute to the top, so x cubed over, then we distribute to the bottom, y cubed, and we get x cubed over y cubed as our answer. Lastly, we'll be doing exponents when there are more than one variable in the parentheses. So all you do here is you just distribute it as if they were individual variables. So you do xy to the fourth is x to the fourth times y to the fourth. Or ab to the third is a to the third times b to the third. As always, thanks for watching, and if you learned something new, I hope you subscribe. I'm trying to put out daily videos over the whole summer so you can improve your SAT math score. I'll be sure to delve more into more complex exponent topics in the future. Have a great one.